Weaving his personal taste into his interior designer background, the home we are presenting today is but an interior designer's definition of a crazy nice home. My name is Lester Liu. Welcome back to another episode of Crazy Nice Homes. The home we are presenting today is a 2-story, 4-bedroom, 1,600 square feet maisonette here at Pasir Ris. Let's go. Hey Shane, how are you?
Hey Lester.
Hey, thanks for having me here at your beautiful home.
You're welcome.
So, well, let's begin, shall we? What's the theme and inspiration behind your house?
Okay, so for my home, my family and I wanted a back to nature theme, and so I got down to it. I created a space with a lot of white spaces, and I put in a lot of natural materials so that we can feel like we're in nature.
Great, can't wait to check it out. So there is a platform in the middle of the house.
Yes.
What's with it?
Well, this platform is to segregate my dining area from my reception area. So this platform is actually made of teak, and teak is a very natural material. It feels very comfortable, and what happens is that when family and visitors come, they feel that it's comfortable to sit on.
Ah, yeah, I can feel it. It feels really nice. There is a fish tank here under the stairs.
Here I had some fun. I actually demolished the wall underneath the staircase, and what people normally do is they will change it to store stuff, right? So I changed it to customize my fish corner.
So how do you feed the fishes? It looks concealed.
Let me show you. I have a flat here because it's a customized cabinet.
Wow, that is smart. It's totally concealed. It looks like it's hidden inside.
Yes, that's the intention.
Oh wow, this is really nice. Let's talk about this feature wall. I love the unique aspect of this feature wall.
So what I have here is a troweled surface,
Okay.
and we use cement scree and a trowel with teeth to scree out this pattern.
So this gives a natural nature vibe.
Yes, definitely.
Very nice feel to it as well.
Yes.
And the next thing that caught my eye is really, it has to be this this light piece in your
There
living.
is a story behind this.
Okay,
I've
what?
searched all over Singapore
Okay.
for months for a suitable pendant light to anchor my living area,
Yes.
but I just couldn't find anything suitable. So I thought to myself, hey, why don't I go and check out Pasir Ris Beach?
Pasir Ris Beach?
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, so you what? Pick this
So
up?
I went to Pasir Ris Beach, and as I was walking around, right, I saw this very large piece of driftwood.
You picked this up from Pasir Ris
So
Beach?
this is a driftwood, not a live tree, just to make it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so you picked this up and you just attached it to the wall and
Yeah,
up the
I
ceiling
mounted
and...
it. I took metal steel wires to mount it, and I wrapped my own wires around it for the light bulbs.
This is incredible. I am shocked at the audacity of this piece that you actually brought into your home.
yes.
So was this piece of wood treated?
Well, nope, not at the start. So what happened was hornets started visiting it to legs, and my wife was like, hey, she gave me a warning.
Angry.
Yeah, so I sprayed insecticide on it and no more hornets. So here I have my dining area. For maisonettes of this layout, right, typically homeowners would choose to have the dining area either at the main door or at the balcony. For my case, I switch it around because I have the view of the park in front of me and also my balcony garden that I've done here.
What mesh is this that I see?
This mesh screen is made of mild steel. It's typically used in industrial use, but what I've done is powder coat it white so that it's suitable for my use. Mild steel is very, very sturdy. I can mount as many plant pots as I want. And also it's porous and acts as a screen to hide away the unsightliness of my laundry and my washing area.
So I want to ask you a question as well. So I realized that your unit has a lot of sun, good for plants, right? But for our friends at home, some of them, live in a unit where there's no sun at all. How can they add in greenery into their home?
I think for plants, one thing you have to realize is that different plants have different requirements for light and water. Even if your home does not have bright direct sunlight, you should have indirect sunlight at the window area. So what you can do is you can choose the less indirect light loving species. So if you choose plants that are suitable for your home, they will prosper, they will grow, and you won't be a plant killer. Yeah.
But I love it that you have blended this garden congruously with the living space. It blends really well together, right? So would you recommend viewers to have greenery in their home?
Oh, definitely. I feel that bringing plants into your home is a very good way to bring nature into your space. And what that does is to lower your stress. And as you know, all Singaporeans are very highly strung up, including myself. So I need my garden to keep me calm.
So Shane, I realize you have a very nice ceilings fixture here.
Well, this is a wooden ceiling slab. So what I've done is I've created this in order to hide my trunking. In HDB, right, you're not supposed to conceal your electrical wiring. So if I have exposed wiring, this is one fantastic method to hide.
So wait, let's talk about the illegal part. So if you conceal it, that's illegal.
Yes, because you are actually creating a channel within the reinforced concrete slab.
So don't hide your cables. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the slab here. It's wood, is it?
Yes. This one is made of it's not made of an expensive wood. This one is a finger joint, typical normal type of wood. So it's not expensive in itself. You do, however, need skilled labor to install it. So that will be the part that will feel the pinch.
I see. So, but the wood is very affordable wood.
Yes, definitely. Okay, Lester.
Yes.
Here, let me show you something interesting. I have here my pantry, and my pantry door acts as my kitchen door.
Oh wow, that is so smart. So is this wait, I'm impressed. So is this a space-saving feature or what is this?
For my space, I'm not able to create a pocket door, so I came up with this original idea to create this swing door that acts as my pantry door.
And it fits really well. The carpentry is done very nicely.
Thank you.
So is this this is not a typical railing, is it?
Well, this is gypsum partition. I had an old wooden handrail, but what I did was I didn't want to dismantle it, so I used gypsum board to cover it up. It's a affordable method and it's seamless.
So I noticed you have some nice columns. Is that what you call it? What?
Oh,
are there terms for this?
So these are vertical slats. It's similar to the horizontal ones that you saw in the kitchen. These are made of pine wood. Pine wood is a little bit more expensive in Singapore. For this one, because it's on eye level, I decided to use a better material because you see it every day.
As I'm touching it now, I feel it's not treated, right? It's raw.
Yes.
Very raw.
It's just my personal preference. You could choose to lacquer it or even stain it to another color, but for me, I like it in its original untreated form. So this is my kids' room. I did something fun for them. I've used this laminate with a magnetic backing.
Oh, this is
So
smart.
what you can do is we can play charade at night.
Oh, wait, so this is a laminate. So it's plastered on?
Yes. So it's basically the same as the usual laminates, except it has a magnetic backing.
Oh, this is really smart and it's cost effective, I would assume.
Well, this sheet could cost you, just the supply alone, 200 plus upwards of that.
Okay, but still pretty affordable. I mean, and it fits
it's
really nicely.
It's not like crazy expensive.
Great. So, what's through this door here?
This
is
one,
the toilet?
Yes, it's the walk-in wardrobe for my kids.
A walk-in wardrobe.
So here is my walk-in wardrobe for my kids. I've kept the color scheme neutral because kids grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Right? Nevertheless, I did something original just for my kids. I have a pull-out pedestal for my kids to reach.
Oh, can I take my weight? Can I try it?
Go ahead, man.
Oh, I need to wash my hands.
Wow, you're a kid, Lester. I knew it.
Yes.
I knew you're a kid.
I gotta say,
at
this
heart.
saves the daddy and mommy a lot of time because they'll be like, daddy, mommy, I can't wash my hands, right? Then you
So
come in
they've
and
been
carry
using
them.
it? Yes, they've been using it.
But, kids grow up so fast.
Oh, no problem. Once they're done with it, I can just remove it and below will be storage, right? Because I have a door in front.
Okay, I see some very interesting wall here. What do you call this?
This one is pebble wash.
Okay.
So for pebble wash, you typically see in public spaces and swimming pools.
Yes, yes.
The thing about pebble wash is it's a very beautiful textured material, as you can see from here.
Definitely.
Yeah. The only downside to it is that it requires more maintenance.
Okay.
So it may not look as pristine after a decade.
I see, but it still feels good though. It's been
Yeah.
2 years.
This one has been coming to 1.5
It
years.
still feels really nice. So is it cost effective though?
Oh, definitely.
As compared to if
It's
laying tiles?
roughly the same price as tiling.
Oh really?
Yes. So Lester, this is my master bedroom.
Wow, gives me a very nice feeling of Greece, no? This room?
Yeah, I kept it simple because I do many homes during my time, so I keeping it down a little.
Okay, well I want to talk about this. Is this wallpaper because it separates the wall into two?
This one?
Yeah.
You have a touch.
Grey.
You have a touch.
Oh, there's texture to it.
Yes.
There's
So
texture?
this is called vernicia plaster. So I got a craftsman to do it.
Oh, wait, how does it work?
So they apply it like how they would apply cement
Okay.
with a trowel as well.
Oh, so how do they create the texture then?
Well, that's the skill of the craftsman.
Okay, so why is it only half the wall though? Why are you not doing it the full wall?
I think that visually the weightage of this room is best kept at this height. Yeah, if I
Simple,
did the
right?
whole thing, you come in and you feel very claustrophobic.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about this. You have this
Conduit. Yeah.
it's called conduit. Okay.
Yes.
Industrial looking.
Just for fun, I like to test out on myself.
Let's go to this side of the room. You have a very nice old looking piece of wood here. Wait, don't tell me. Pasir Ris.
You're absolutely right. I like to go there and then...
Are you for real? This is from Pasir Ris?
yes. But it looks good, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It looks a vintage
Authentic
feel. Yeah.
and raw and
No wait,
real.
seriously, this from Pasir Ris beach.
Yes, it's a driftwood. So
wait, you
my
cut-
guess is from a boat. You know, that's my guess.
Wait, so do you cut it or?
No, it came in this form. I literally did not touch it, other than mount it at my room.
That's a good way to save money, you know. Hey, I need wood for my house. Let's go to Pasir Ris, you know.
It's not about saving money here. It's about being authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. So Shane, the $1 million question, how much did it cost to do up your entire home?
About 100K for both the levels.
$100,000. I gotta say, Shane, really, this house exemplifies your personal interior designer's take
you.
on beauty and style. And if you have a beautiful, crazy nice home, if you are an interior designer, you'd like to showcase your home, please reach out to us. Email at the description below. If you have a comment about this beautiful home, please type them in the comment section below as well. And Shane, really, thank you very much for showing us your beautiful, crazy, nice home today.
No problem.
We hope to see everybody next time. Bye-bye.